Hey guys, look, I got Neffany, and yes, I actually know how to say her name. I've known for several videos now, but I guess the reoccurring joke that constantly happens here, I mean, I still get people commenting. So, usually when I say a name wrong, be it in a trailer or something, when it comes to, you know, a character like this, there's one of two things that usually happens. One, I get someone who goes like, "Oh golly gosh, Sages, you said her name wrong. Here's how you say it." And it's like, "Okay, cool, thanks." Or there's someone who threatens my livelihood and or my life, and from there I just kind of make it my damnedest to make sure I say it as wrong as possible from that point onward. Like, to give you an example, we had Lind a while ago. I used to call her, I said Lindy once, and someone got so pissed, so from that point she was Linday, and also Riss was Rise for a while, so that was fun stuff. But just putting that aside, yes, I know her name is Neffany. I've known for a little while now. Stop, please. Also, this Neffany, or Neffine, is HP Bane Resistance Boon, which is lovely. Not something I'm probably going to use. I'll probably, and I hate to say it, probably turn her in and give Wrath to someone else, unless I can find a better one. But I'm really not into it right now, mostly because by the end of it, I ended up with several Ephraims and several Lucases. Lucasi? Is that like the plural of Lucases? If your name is Lucas and you're listening to this video, tell me what the plural of your name is. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about mostly. What we're actually here to talk about is, well, the Black Knight, because people seem to not get the point of the video. I got a lot of comments that were like, "Sages, that mission isn't hard." That wasn't the point. That wasn't the point of the video. I don't know what you were... never mind. Anyways, here is the Black Knight. That's actually his full stats. Neutral, because of course he's going to be, at least he should be, a Tempest Trial reward, let's hope. And that means all of his stats are going to be neutral, and that's his fully, cap stats at 40. No boosts from story mode or anything like that, like the ones that you see right now. But I guess we'll just talk about it, because people seem to miss the point. What I was trying to say is that Black Knight is probably going to be the strongest, at least I would say, red armored unit. Granted, we kind of only had one before then. I mean, we had Zephiel, who is someone that people often use for their armor emblem, because of course he's that red one. And, you know, you can kind of see the examples of the stats here. Of course, Zephiel does not have the speed that, you know, our Black Knight friend has. Not only that, but, you know, there's a little bit of exchanges here. More HP, a little bit more defense on Zephiel's side in exchange for that speed. A little bit more resistance as well, but also, just so we're clear, Black Knight does not actually have shove. That is dummied out content. A big thanks to those over at the data mining Discord, I almost said forum, and for all the great work that they do there. They managed to dummy out this and give us a better idea. And some of you are like asking, hey, why does it matter so much? Why do you care so much about, you know, the Black Knight? Well, mostly because oftentimes when it comes to armored units, especially ones like Zephiel here, the big priority for a lot of them, at least for getting big power houses like Zephiel going, is to give them certain abilities like Distant Counter. Amelia, people like putting Distant Counter on her. Of course, I don't think people touch Effie too much, but Zephiel's always one that they have, and of course Hector is the, progenitor of that. So to have a character like that who has it built into his weapon means a lot of things. One, it means that they don't have to waste time on giving up that precious A slot to Distant Counter. Not that Distant Counter isn't a great ability, it's just you have so much more flexibility now because you got rid of that. Now, that also kind of forgets the fact that the Black Knight has, at least seemingly, his own special trigger skill, which is called Black Luna, and that is essentially taking New Moon and Luna and, combining them together to get something that is atrociously, I wouldn't say overpowered, but that's 80%, negation for defense and things like that, which means that's gonna hurt quite a bit. That's gonna get rid of and strip a lot of that defense that character has. And since armored units, when it comes down to distant counter and things like that, they have the bulk to usually sustain themselves against this. So having that built into the weapon means that A slot is open for certain things, and he actually has his own A slot that is, well, I wouldn't say unique, but it kind of makes sense considering that he's supposed to be kind of like the mirror to Ike in a way. He has Steady Stance 3, which when we got Ike, at least the Brave version, or Bike as you like to call him, he after he gets Steady Stance 2, he gets Steady Breath. So I guess there's kind of a, I don't know, I don't really find that too funny, but, you know. Anyways, Steady Stance 3, just defense plus, like, I think 6 when attacked. But it does open the opportunity for really powerful A skills, and honestly, with Black Luna, I could imagine people really trying to run Steady Breath on him. That would mean that every time he gets attacked, Black Luna's going up. Black Luna's going out, it's going to hit you, and it's going to hit you hard. Not only that, but he has the speed to make it so at least if he is, you know, buffed in certain ways, or if he is going up against some of the speedier mages and things like that, he probably won't get doubled too much, especially if he has any goads or, you know, of course, hones. So when people are asking why I was freaking out so much, it's because, you know, comparing these two, you can kind of see that, you know, if I were to put, you know, distant counter on Zephiel, he'd do pretty well himself. But what really matters here is that, you know, that A slot is not taken up. You know, you could continue to put whatever you want there, Steady Breath, Death Blow, I guess, any of that kind of stuff. I'd probably go with Steady Breath, but because Black Luna is no joke. And, you know, any sort of other B skill, there's just so much to look at and just so much to worry about with him. He's definitely going to be probably the best Tempest Trial reward that we've ever gotten. Now, let alone the best, you know, red armored units. And, you know, people are going to be like, well, he doesn't have as much defense as Zephiel, or he doesn't have much resistance. Yes, of course, you know, having him go up against, you know, Reinhardt is not going to end well for him, obviously. But, you know, it is as it is. If you've managed to really build him up to be something, he's going to decimate. He's going to decimate in several ways, and that is why I was freaking out about him. I mean, just as a comparison, those stats are awfully close, at least in some regards. And it's not like it's too much of a trade-off to get a weapon that has a built-in, you know, distant counter, and then, of course, your own special, you know, weapon trigger. Good lord, that just scares the crap out of me. Not only that, but, like, you ever try to auto-battle things, and, like, you know, in that special battle for the story where he shows up? Funny thing is, auto-battle is such an idiot at times. Like, I went in there and I used auto-battle just to see how it would work, and he was killing people at, like, level 25. So, I mean, it's outrageous. It's definitely something you're going to want to look forward to. Definitely a better character out of the armored units, and that means a lot, especially since, you know, up to this point we only had Zephiel for our red armored unit, or Drog, I guess, if you really want to use him. You know, but A slot is open for everything. Fury, I mean, you could put Fury in there if you really wanted to. I'm sure you could put Life and Death if you were a Craze Man, but mostly it just adds a lot more interesting abilities to him. Since the A slot is so vital in a lot of ways for certain abilities, it means a lot more. It opens up a lot more. And I'm sure some of you might be like, oh, we could put, you know, quick riposte on him and things like that. Yeah, that could work, I guess, or, you know, anything that really you can think of, your heart's, you know, your heart's content. He has the speed to at least not be doubled. He's gonna be terrifying. I'm kind of glad they aren't doing, at least I hope they aren't doing, a grand hero battle based around him, because that would be terrifying to see at least. But it also means that characters and free-to-play players, at least, will have a better chance at hopefully getting him if he is the Tempest Trial, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, people keep asking me why that's happening, or why I really think he's going to be that great. It's just, well, you know, honestly, it's terrifying. he's gonna be pretty powerful, and that's a good thing. He was, you know, he was such an wow, I can't talk. Such an iconic character from his game, and it makes sense that he would be powerful as is. So, that's about it, guys. Stop asking me, and go summon your Nifines and Nefunis and Lama Shingdongs. Let me just show you real quick the process that I went through. Now, granted, this was me farming a bunch of orbs, not actually paying anything, but, you know, I got a bunch of Ephraims, but I also got a bunch of, where is he? Where is he? I know you're here. Like 4 Oscars. I know. God, I hate this. Oscar actually has some pretty good stats, but Jesus Christ, why? Ugh, it hurts. Anyways, see you guys later.